What up? This is another episode here talking about CDL delivery driver. Right now I'm on the step where I'm trying to acquire my permit. Go ahead and learn to drive the remainder of the 3 weeks we have. We're on week 1. This is the step where week 1 we're supposed to get our permit at the Department of Public Safety. It's a lot of paperwork you got to take in there. You got to have your proof of residency. You got to have your driver's license. You got to have your physical done. We did our physical through Stevens. After the physical, you got to have your birth certificate. And remember, once you do your physical, you got to bring in that proof of, that you took the physical. So basically, they give you that paper. Don't forget to bring it with you. I actually had to order my birth certificate. I thought I had one. So before you head down to the DPS, make sure you have a legitimate copy. They want the actual copy, the original, or a certified copy, which you might as well have the original if you have the certified copy. I hadn't used mine in a long time, so I don't know what happened to that thing. I looked around everywhere. Anyway, it came in the mail pretty quickly. It surprised me. It was what, 2 days. It was what, $50 though. But it came in the mail in 2 days. I went out there and checked, and it was in the mail. So I'm out here at DPS now. I'm sitting in the parking lot. Man, the website is hectic. Just to get an appointment, it's like you're trying to get on the site like on and on and on. I don't know if it's my phone in this parking lot, but I don't think it is, because every time I try to deal with the state on the state website, it's always something crazy. So, if you can, try to get your appointment a couple of days in advance like they did us. We actually all did our appointment at the same time as Stevens. So we did our appointment, but when I got here, I didn't have enough paperwork with me, so I had to get my paperwork straight. Got my paperwork straight, came there today, did my appointment at 2:30. I was in there within 5 minutes, just waiting in line. Got in there, sat down. Obviously, it's a hurry up and wait thing. So hurry up and wait meaning sat down for 30 minutes, filled out my paperwork while I was sitting there. Got in there to take the test. Man, those questions are nothing like what we studied. They're kind of similar, but when you look at them, they were actually asking like different questions. Like the ones I missed are like, can I think of what I missed? I can't think of them now. It might be just because, I wasn't completely ready for the test. I had missed just enough. Once I hit the number of ones I can miss, they timed me out. I had to take 4 tests. I was thinking, okay, so I failed the first one, they're going to let me take the other 3, which would make more sense if you could go ahead and pass the 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 or whatever it is, go and get those tests out of the way. So when I come back to retest the one I didn't pass, I could just do that one and go. But basically after the 4 tests, they just group them all together. So I don't know how many questions I used. I think it was 20 on the first test. And I got to the limit, which was 9, and it just timed me out. It showed me the ones I missed, but if I was smart, I would have had a piece of paper with me and a pen, but they were saying if you have anything like that with you, they'll disqualify you. So I could have wrote down the ones I missed. But it's a holiday coming up, so we can't come back in to test. Today's Friday. We can't come back in until Tuesday at 7:30 in the morning. But I'll be ready. I'm going to study up this weekend and get on it. I have a master's degree. I've been studying. I got my P10 for tax prep. I've been a lifeguard. I've done all kind of food handlers. I'm not new to studying. I can knock this out. I just got to get it done. But, it's one of those things. It's kind of hard to take a driver's test if I haven't actually driven a rig. So it's like some of that stuff you got to actually see hands-on. Oh, okay. One of the questions was, obviously, when you're turning and we're trying to turn, you got to be in your right-hand lane. If we're turning into oncoming lane, we want to go corner to corner. So, I mean, you move outward from the lane. And this might have been one of the questions we saw, but I probably saw it once. And I kept taking the CDL prep app, which seems to be good. And I also studied the handbook. But this one question I remember seeing, and now that I'm not in there, was how far away from the curb we're supposed to be. And it was actually 4 feet. And when I saw the numbers, it was rephrased. So it said 4 feet, 12 feet, or go from center to outer or outer to outer. I knew it wasn't outer to outer. I knew it wasn't center to outer because you can't get in the middle of the road trying to turn. But it was actually 4 feet out. I said 12 feet because I was looking at the questions, but I wasn't looking at the question. So, I mean, I know I was telling myself to read all 4 before I answered. I read all 4 and I looked at the last one. And for some reason, I picked the 12 instead of 4. And that was that one. What was the other one? Oh, the other one, I don't remember seeing that one. I think the teacher said it once. I mean, we went over a lot of information. It was if you're driving a bus, obviously we're supposed to have a canister of fire extinguisher, a fire extinguisher canister. And so I'm sitting here trying to picture how big that thing is. I know it wasn't a gallon. It's not that damn big. And I remember hearing the word quart. But it said 1 quart or 2 quarts. I'm like, man. It was 1 quart. I said 2 quarts. I was trying to picture that thing because you've handled a fire extinguisher in the house before. I've seen them on the bus, but that thing was 1 quart. I could have swore that thing was 2 quart. Anyway, that's another one that I missed. I can't think of the others I missed right now, but that was 2 of the 9 that I missed. And I came in and immediately missed the first 2. I think it was a coupler question. But anyway, I'm going to study up on it, get back on it, come back out here. I was thinking I was going to be out because I couldn't get my birth certificate. They said 3 to 5 days, but it was actually 2 days. So they surprised me on that, and I wasn't thinking I was going to be in here today, even though I did study up a lot yesterday. You saw the 2 videos I made on air brakes and general knowledge. So I guess I still got to study up some more on general knowledge and probably listen to that video myself. If I remember correctly, after making the video, I don't remember it saying 4 feet. I'm going to listen to it right now and see if it's in there. And then that one and the one about the 1 quart fire extinguisher, I don't remember reading that one either, but I'm going to listen to it right now. All right, talk to y'all next time.